G'day, John here from Lana Software. And if you're a trade business that's feeling a bit underwhelmed, you're feeling like everything is a bit too hard, you've got post-it notes, whiteboards, you've got missed calls, you don't know where your team's at, your technicians aren't following the process, you're missing inquiries, you're not getting in touch with your actual follow-ups, and let's be honest, your systems just aren't working. You might have a whiteboard and a mobile phone. Now you've got a couple of techs, a couple of guys on the road, or maybe just you and yourself, and you need something to better, I suppose, give you peace of mind and a reliable system, then this might be the system for you. Because let's face it, if you get the initial inquiry, you have production chaos, you lose leads. If you're spending on marketing, that money's out the window. You're sending quotes, there's no follow-up, your quotations look like crap, you're not going to win jobs. And let's face it, you've got an invoicing system like Xero, which is great, but you've done nothing to capture the lead, nurture it, and help that customer feel special so that you win the job and get paid quicker, because that's what it's all about. And importantly, another part is the follow-up. You don't want to spend tons of money on Facebook and Google ads when you can tap into your most valuable database, your most valuable asset, which is your database. Of course, that's what a CRM offers you. So if you haven't heard of Lana before, this is the business. I'm the founder, John. The company is called Lana Software. We've been around since 2015, and we are the first and foremost selected CRM for trades. And the reason why is, first and foremost, if you use a CRM that isn't trade specific, let's face it, it's not going to be suited to your business. And what do I mean by that is because a dental practice doesn't follow a process like a tradesperson. They're geo-specific, in other words, they're in one location, they've got all their inventory there, the patient walks in and they talk to them. That's not how you operate. You may get a quotation request in, you may get a job order from a real estate or a builder. You're then expected to schedule it, quote it, maybe remotely or on site, create the quotation, get that approved, and then schedule the job, get the materials, do the job, make sure your certificates and compliance in place, and then get paid. All of that is got to be managed with a system. Now, yes, Lana is powered by AI, and yes, we do integrate with multiple job management softwares. And if you're looking for one of the partners, these are certainly some of the systems that we work with and employ you to work with. But if you are following a really archaic system and you don't have one of these, then Lana will be an amazing solution for you as a CRM and a basic job management software. Let me explain how that works. First and foremost, before it becomes a job, it's a quote request, it's a customer, it's potentially a phone call, it could be a website inquiry, it could be a PDF work order, it could be a social media. You may have just started your website and you've got a social media page and someone wants to get a quote and they're messaging you through Instagram. How do you find the time to reply? The fact is you don't. And so what happens is you miss the inquiry, they go elsewhere, you built the website, and suddenly you're missing leads because of your lack of speed of response. That's where Lana comes in. Lana, by definition, means lead automation nurture app, which means we centralize your leads and respond to them automatically. We automate your tasks by replying to them, notifying you that you've got an inquiry, sending out all that information to capture the information from the actual customer, put it into a nice convenient pipeline, create a quote, send it out to the customer, and we of course automate those tasks for quote follow-ups, debt collection, getting Google reviews, and more, all in one system. And I'll show you how that works. Of course, we nurture the customer. What's nurturing mean? Well, primarily at the start, it means speed to response. It means capturing that inquiry, replying to them, ensuring that they get a feel for who your business is and what you do. And of course, then advising you or part of your team, if you have one, on that you have an inquiry. Now, we are desktop based, which I'll show you here, but we're also on Android and iPhone. That means while you're on the phone or on the go, you can use your phone to have all your contacts in your lists. Of course, you start normally with one person. As you expand, you typically become that single point of failure. So what that means is you're the person, you're getting all the inquiries, you're getting all the leads, your phone's ringing, but suddenly you start getting jobs. So who's handling the calls? That's where Lana comes in. So primarily Lana can handle all of your leads, whether it comes to all of those channels mentioned, including our AI voice that can quite literally talk to your customers qualify the lead all automatically. We even have an AI here that can actually have a conversation with you, and you feel free to go to lanasoftware.com.au and you can test it out for yourself. Ours is built to obviously know what Lana does and how our systems integrate and automate tasks. We would build it to know your products, your services, your service areas, and of course, qualify the customer and then create the quote for you straight off the website or phone call. That's what Lana does, all in one place. We centralize the communication. So if you do then suddenly have an admin person, whether they're domestic or overseas, it's all cloud based. So anyone can log in, you can see who's operating. And really importantly, as it goes through from the initial inquiry right through to the actual invoicing, we can create tasks. So in this video, you'll see that it actually explains, and I'll keep that on mute. What it does is explains that we have all of these stages. The maroon is tasks, because you want to actually ensure that reminders are set so that each of your team members, if it's not just you, know who's responsible for every stage of the journey. And that's super powerful. Everything's done with two-way SMS, with call transcription, call recording, because how important is it to know where the lead came from, what was said, and we can go back 2 years, 3 years, 5 years and more just to know what that customer originally came in for. If there's some dispute, we can track it, and that's all managed in one place. So we can say who said what to the customer and what the customer said, and that's super, super helpful. Two-way communication is obviously basically something that you want as well, because let's face it, if you're sending out a reminder for the customer and they're not on site, it's nice for them to be able to reply. So that's a standard feature. Quotes with automation. It's so important to be able to do quote follow-ups. And of course, as I mentioned, we have a full built-in VoIP system. Normally speaking, if your mobile number is for your mates and it's also your business phone, you're going to have tons of people calling you. And what we want to do is make sure that we can actually disperse those leads or those calls to multiple touch points, not just yourself. So that's a super important feature that we offer. So you can do warm call transfers between teams. And of course, it's available on Android and iPhone. It's super powerful. You even have a phone call turn into a POS terminal, so you can do tap and go and take payments on the run. Super, super advantageous. Invoicing and debt collection to ensure that you get paid seamlessly. Now, in this instance, I'm not talking about our job management software integration. I want to show you quickly how it works. So just so you know, we actually have mapped out the entire process. So where you don't have a process, that's okay, because we've in fact created one for you from start to finish. And don't stress, it's all been thought out. Green is a text message, purple's email, orange is forms, get a quote forms, job forms, feedback forms, and many more. And we build the whole system out start to finish. And of course, maroon are the tasks that we create, because once the quote follow-up has done its job and the customer hasn't accepted, it's going to have to be created as a task for you or one of your team members to get in touch with the customer. That's the last point of call, because you want to leverage the automation to do a lot of the follow-up for you. So as you'll see in the pipeline stages, whether they come through social media, your website forms, web chat, our AI can chase up those leads. If you're sick of getting ghosted by people that inquire but don't get back to you, that's what Lana can do. And of course, now that you're inside of getting the actual contact, you want a callback time, site visit booked, quote sent, approved, declined, right through to scheduling the job, job completed, whether they give you a positive or negative feedback, invoice sent, and then debt collection to fully paid. Lana can do the entire journey from start to finish, meaning that you have one reliable system where nothing falls through the cracks. Now that is how all your leads are coming in and being managed by Lana. What's super important to mention as well is that we can simply go into the contact section and grab every single contact and communicate with our contacts with ease. I can click and send out a bulk SMS or bulk email to those customers seamlessly. Of course, we have calendar integration. So we can integrate with Google and Outlook and have all of your technicians in the field and create appointments with ease. I could click and add new and add a customer and create an appointment and just ensure that it's not doubling up. And we can do those as one-off or recurring meetings for your technicians to go out and do jobs on site. The opportunity pipeline, which I mentioned to you, is going to mirror what we've got here. So every stage of this customer journey, the job card is going to move along as we go from the new inquiry right through to new lead, quote sent, accepted, appointment book, complete, and so on. And that ensures we've got one seamless journey. What I will mention is we even use Lana internally for our recruitment. So when an application is sent out or we're hiring, we'll embed a link that will drop in the pipeline. They'll send in their survey. They may send in testimonials, videos, references, and so on. So you can have that and measure them all the way. Not to mention inside of our courses section, you have the ability to create videos on how to, so all your staff can know what to do within your business. The last thing I'll mention is obviously proposals. It's super important that you can create proposals on the go. So we've got templates for you, whether it be plumbing, electrical, security, and so on. You can build these beautifully crafted templates, which are simply drag and drop, where you can embed videos and so on. So this is just a template we built. And you can see here that it has the ability to have custom fields. And we can, of course, have the overview of the quotation. You'd have the ability to add products. You can have them as a single item. You can have them recurring. You can upload all of your products. You can choose to add the image. You can make it mandatory or optional. I can click on the button and they can elect if that is going to be something that must be part of the agreement or not. And that's what the customer's options are. We have the ability to calculate taxation based on your local area. And of course, we natively integrate with Xero accounting and QuickBooks. You have the overview of the account. Then, of course, what would you have at the end? You'd have your terms and conditions, digital signature. You could take payment all in one go, schedule the job, and then do the debt collection. Lana has all of that at its fingertips. The last point that I'll mention to you is that yes, you can do email marketing, SMS marketing, as I mentioned. So we have nicely built templates that we've built inside of the platform so that you can actually communicate with your customers. And of course, if you go into the site section, you can see that we have the ability to build landing pages, contact forms, and more. And under marketing, you've got the social planner. What better than being able to communicate and schedule all your posts across Facebook, Instagram, Threads, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, we can schedule all your posts, and you can even use our AI to actually create the posts for you. And our team are happy to show you how that works from start to finish. That's a quick overview of what Lana can do in terms of creating work, managing all your inquiries, but certainly get in touch with our team today. All you need to do, and of course, the last part I'll mention is that we have our CRM, which is that customer journey that I've mentioned, but we have an AI receptionist. So if you wish to see what our AI receptionist can do, it can take your calls, qualify the lead. It'll in fact book you directly in for a call with me and my team to show you how Lana will improve your business today. Or you can go to my website, lanasoftware.com.au, book a consult, and it will directly book in a call with me and my team. Thanks so much for speaking and listening. Of course, we're happy to chat to you and get in touch to see how Lana can improve your business today.